Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie, and this is KR Compares. Just getting right into it.
You know what? I appreciate the efficiency. What are we comparing today? What non-food item are we comparing today?
Are you considering these non-food? Because
I was going to make the joke because our last two things weren't like food eaten
That's true.
things.
We are going to eat these on camera, but these are the...
Not all of them, please.
No, there's too many.
There's way too many.
These are the Pillsbury Toaster Donut pastries that came out fairly recently. I think they came out in the last few months.
When's the last time you had a toaster donut pastry strudel? A toaster strudel. Toaster strudels are awesome, by the way. They're delicious.
Years.
But they're cheap pastries.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, they were kind of a treat every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I never really ate them with regularity.
No, because even those were kind of expensive growing up, right? Okay, so these are donut inspired.
These are donut inspired. Oh, and did you know? So toaster strudels from Pillsbury have been around since like 1985-ish.
That was before me, so probably not. Didn't know that.
At least that's what it said online.
The interwebs.
I think it's supposed to be kind of like an alternative to like Pop-Tarts because Pop-Tarts are so popular.
I mean, and admittedly, we've done those episodes. Shadunk.
There are so many, we still haven't even scratched the surface of those flavors.
True. But these are better than Pop-Tarts. Like right out the gate, I assume.
I always thought that the toaster strudels were better because they just seem more decadent.
Yeah, they're softer dough. They have a good filling. You can have that little glaze on top.
Yeah, because they were like flaky, and then you could like decorate it yourself with the icing, and so they're still like.
Well, you decorate the strudel yourself. You don't decorate yourself with the icing.
Yeah.
You're just pouring icing over yourself.
It's so sticky and gross. So anyway, they came out way back when. They also have a savory version that's called like toaster scrambles.
I'm 100% on board with trying those.
I guess we could try and find them, but yeah. I think those came out a handful of years ago. I've never tried them.
Okay.
And now we have these, which came out I think in October or November of 2024.
Oh, so this is quite new.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And what does it say? New donut texture. So I think it's supposed to be kind of if a donut and a toaster strudel had a baby. Because I don't think it's going to be as flaky as the toaster strudels are. I mean, I would imagine.
You expect to be a little more cakey? Okay.
Cakey or doughy, like a yeast donut. I don't know which kind of donut it's supposed to be.
I can deal with that. Okay. All right.
So, and as far as I can tell, the Boston Creme version is the only one that has a filling. I don't...
Hold on.
Because we have frosted, we have rainbow sprinkles, and then we have...
But these don't... Wait, they don't have anything inside of them?
I'm not 100%
So, alright,
sure.
So what I assume then is that...
Because this is the only one that has a cross-section of the
You're right.
pastry.
Okay, so that means that these two are identical.
Except for the...
Except for the frosting.
I think so.
I mean, isn't the point of a toaster strudel to have like the
filling?
You would think, right? And I also love that it says icing included. First off, icing included I don't love other than to make a joke about it, because obviously the the icing should be included. That's like buying a car and be like, now with wheels. Like that's what's supposed to be in this.
Like, I guess because you could have a donut without icing.
New donut texture. What does that mean? What was the texture before? This just came out. Did it have an old texture, or are they referring to other strudels? So many unanswered questions.
I think it has to do with the pastry being slightly different than the
you need to answer for these questions. Why is this icing included? Like, obviously.
I mean, really, but they are doing something right with the packaging, having it be like the traditional pink for the donut. That's actually what caught my eye when we were like passing the freezer section. I was like, oh, what are these? These are new.
It's true. No, that's actually why we decided to do this one, is because Katie walked by the freezer section and said, ooh, donut strudels. Just like that. That's actually how she sounds when she's not on. This is her camera voice. Otherwise, she's like, oh my, this looks delightful.
Pip pip cheerio.
Pip pip, shall we try this? Oh, I think it'd be so delightful. And of course, I'm like, yeah, well, boy, that's absolutely, that's totally what we should do, because that's what I sound like off camera. So I guess we'll just...
So we're going to stop faffing around, and we are going to...
Just way as if I had it. It's like we're going to do...
Yes.
We need to put up this light. We need to do that. It's like, I think you mean I need to
the royal we.
You need the royal we. Okay, so we just put this in the toaster.
You can put this in the toaster. They also have air fry instructions, which I think kind of makes sense because.
So what do you want to do?
I think maybe it makes sense to do the toaster because
that's the most accessible one.
Exactly. Most people probably have a toaster or like a toaster oven. So.
If we do the air fry thing with these, and we probably will, we'll make it a short on Instagram.
Because I am curious. I mean, I would imagine it gets toastier. Or
That's
something.
fair. So if you're unfamiliar, and I'll say this really quickly, we do have on each of our socials different content. So if you're looking for our long form stuff, it's on YouTube. If you're looking for unique shorts where we just try a thing like, hey, let's try this in a different method, that's going to be on Instagram. And very occasionally we do recipes and things like that as shorts on YouTube. But check those out because that's where you get like the full experience. Anyway, all right, so let's do this in the toaster for some amount of time. We'll be back.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It just says 1 to 2 cycles.
How's a cycle in a toaster?
So it says, you know how like in the Pop-Tart that you have to do it on the lowest setting? This one says low to medium setting, so that's even.
But those are even anything on a toaster is like a guess.
And then it just says 1 to 2 cycles or until hot and golden brown. Do not use metal utensil to remove pastry from toaster. Good point there.
Yep.
Caution, pastry will be hot. Because I'm sure they have, it's like you have to say that about everything because people.
Let's get
toasting.
We return.
Are back.
Oh, damn. Okay. I was gonna try.
We can what?
You can do like that. You know, like that thing where it's like 3 people, but they only get to say 1 word each.
Yeah, but you said we return.
Well, because you took too long.
Oh.
We
are
here
together
to
try out these 3. What are they called? Toaster donuts. Whatever Pillsbury things.
Yes. Okay.
So do you know that Pillsbury is owned by General Mills? I don't know when that happened.
I'm not even surprised, but sure.
Yeah.
All right. So first things first. Cook times. We put it on 2 out of 10.
No, 2 out of 7.
That makes less sense to me.
I know.
All right, 2 out of 7 on our toaster, which is just a generic 4-slot wide toaster because we like bagels. That's actually why they're wide slot. And 4 because often 1 bread is not enough.
And we're impatient.
Okay, so we did that. We did for 2 cycles.
Yes.
They didn't really get golden. They got kind of.
Like most things, it's either it looks like it's raw or it's gonna set the house on fire.
Cue Gordon Ramsay. It's raw, right? Anyway, okay. Now, the icing.
I mean, it's more like a glaze.
Yeah.
than
So this
anything.
one's clear.
I mean,
that doesn't look any. Well,
like it could be like like a glazed donut.
Okay. All right. I can see that.
So I mean,
But when we think of icing, I think of like a thicker, sugary. Yeah. Not really a glaze. Okay.
Personally, I think they should have marketed it as like a glaze as opposed to.
Because a glaze, I think, would be thicker, or an icing, I think, would be thicker. Would be like a cake icing.
Yes.
Basically. Okay. Now this looks approximately the color that you expect for like the chocolate. And
it's a little more opaque.
Yep.
So that's
now
good.
This one, similar to that one, I suppose, but this one came with sprinkles.
Yes.
What you look at it?
No, it's okay. Uh-oh. So part of it is fun, right? Because you can.
She has strong opinions about pastry.
You can decorate. Because, they have the little like squeezy thing, so you can put the icing on, and that's fun. But for some reason, the jimmies were all in one bag. But there are 6 pastries, so like let's say like for us, we're only trying 1 of each.
How do you accurately divvy up? Yeah.
Well, like, and also if you have kids, like, come on, that's gonna be a hot mess.
It is, yeah. I don't know. Like, you almost expect to be individual. Now, admittedly, like, this is a complete waste of packaging anyway, right? You got plastic. These are in plastic. They're in a box. You've got the box is actually fine because that's biodegradable. But then you've got the little plastic containers, and you get more plastic. Mm-hmm. So it is kind of a waste. It's so not only bad for you, bad for the environment, whatever. Speaking of being bad for you, what did we notice about the calories of these?
Okay, so unsurprisingly, the traditional frosted is going to be the least caloric. Makes sense. Doesn't have all this extra flavor. It's basically like, just
300 something, about 280.
280 for 2 of them.
Oh, for 2 of them? That's actually not as bad as I thought that would be.
Well, I mean, they are kind of tiny.
That's fair. Which, by the way, these were not the same size. The sprinkles
no.
and the glaze were actually different sizes for some reason.
Yeah, rainbow sprinkle one was $330 for 2 of the pastries. Do the Jimmy's...
Are they actually that sugary? Are they that bad for you? Which is really... it's weird that's that much more.
Yeah.
Because this was only...
This one, the Boston Creme is $340 for 2 of them.
So, this one is
This one actually has a filling. So
yeah, so that's really strange. These two seem almost like... Whatever. Okay, so what are we starting with?
Probably just the
regular glaze.
Frosted.
Or whatever.
I don't know why it's called frosted. It should just be glazed, okay?
So this is literally just a pastry with a donut type texture,
mm-hmm.
no filling, and a bit of a sugar glaze.
All right. Well,
I guess
it's very soft.
All right. Well, it smells okay.
I was just going.
That's a lot of dough. A little chewy. It's cakey. It's kind of a donut, but it has a weird outer because it's like toasted. It's outer like crispy, but like not in a great way. It's okay. There's not enough sugar on the icing. I mean, the icing's fine. There's just not enough ice. It's like when you think of a glaze, you want the whole thing coated, right?
True, not just the top. Huh.
Like whatever. It's fine. Whatever. That's very much a whatever. It's not great.
See, I get what they're trying to do with the toaster part because donuts are fried.
It's true. Donuts are fried. Okay.
Oh, it's just... I'm trying to discern what that
it's almost
flavor
like
is.
Like a French toast. No, like not in the flavor, but like in texture, which is like, like. So
just bready.
It's just bread. It's just bread with a bit of.
Or maybe like a biscuit. No.
Maybe.
I don't know. It tastes bready, but maybe a little bit buttery. It doesn't have an unpleasant mouthfeel. It's just
it's bland. It's not bland. It's whatever.
It's bread.
It's bread. I'm not.
It's
fine.
American bread.
It is American bread. Okay. Next up, I assume we're going to want to do the sprinkles.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This also has no filling?
I don't think so. And at least it looks more appealing.
I mean, it's got fun colors. It's got sprinkles. Or Jimmy's.
I don't know if you can see that, but... Okay.
All right. Here we go. Smells like sugar.
It's annoying because there's a pocket in there.
Huh. I feel like you have to cut it into small pieces. And you have to flip it towards your tongue to get the flavor of the icing. Otherwise, you're just going to touch the bread first and you're just going to chew your way through it and you're not really going to get much icing flavor. The sprinkles are fun visually. Mm-hmm. I don't think they add anything actual flavor-wise to the treat.
No, just the experience. I do think this one tastes closer to a donut, though, because of the icing.
No, the icing does make it taste like a donut. I agree. Okay.
It's a nice synthetic strawberry.
Well, you like your fake berry flavors. We've established long ago that you like your fake berry flavor. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it's a flavor you probably grew up with, and so, yeah. This is, I think, the most exciting.
I am very excited for this.
This is our Boston Creme. Let's see.
It's like, where the hell is the filling? Okay.
Is there a filling?
In there. It's in there.
All right, so there is a
filling.
filling.
Tucked in there.
I mean, but it looks to be a decent portion of it. It smells like it smells like bread. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. It's almost like a vanilla pudding instead of...
Yeah, it's like instead of a custard or whatever it's supposed to be. Yeah. No, it is really more like a vanilla pudding. And this is an important, I think, moment for us as native Bostonians to It's like going to Dunk's but getting a slightly somehow cheaper version of a Boston Creme.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Interesting. All right.
If given the option, I would still go to Dunk's.
Let's set up that.
And
with
also,
final thoughts.
A Boston Creme pie is not actually it's a cake.
What do you mean?
Like the actual...
Oh yeah, no, the actual Boston Cream is actual cake. Okay. Gather your thoughts. Squeeze your lemons. We'll be right back. Final thoughts.
This was a quick episode.
It was really quick. I think it probably is. We'll see how to edit and how much I leave in and how much I ended up.
I mean, on the plus side, at least I don't think we've had exhibited strong facial reactions showing like disgust. I mean, they are palatable.
They're okay. I mean, that's the thing.
They're very sweet. That's all it is it's sweet.
They could have been sweeter. I don't mean like that. Like, oh, I would have liked it sweeter. They could have been sweet. They could have been. I expected actually a lot sweeter, and I'm actually glad it wasn't. Mm-hmm. It's still probably a lot of sugar in it.
It's a lot. We're definitely gonna have a sugar crash.
Yeah, but I mean, so how much do they cost? We don't know. We didn't actually keep track of that.
Because we had these in our freezer for like a month.
Is it really that long?
I think so.
That's been a minute. Okay. So we don't, but you know, basic toasted triple cost, whatever. So the question is, regardless of cost, though, I mean, would you get any of these again?
No.
No. Same. Like, I mean,
if I had to, if someone was like, oh my gosh, like what I did where I was like, don't these look cute? Try them or whatever. If
like someone comes here.
No, like if we had like, you know, someone visiting or they really wanted that for like breakfast or whatever. I mean,
here's the thing: if you're visiting our house and you demand a certain breakfast item from us, you can go to hell. But I get what you're saying. Is that like, you know, it's not like it's
like if someone wanted to try it, then I would say maybe out of the three, I would go with the Boston Creme because at least it had something going on.
I agree. The glazed one was just a glazed, vaguely bread.
It was too bready.
Yeah. The pink one at least tastes like a donut, but again, like, it's weird because without a filling or something that like you only have the flavor on one side, huh?
Yeah, I think that is the main thing is because the icing, there's really only enough for the top of it.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you don't want to put the icing on the bottom necessarily because then it's going to get everywhere.
Super messy.
So you do have to kind of like flip the thing, I think, towards your mouth as you're eating it to make sure you get that flavor. Because otherwise you're just
having.
I mean, but even if you had it without you have to have it with the icing. Even if you're trying to be like slightly healthy or whatever, I just want to grab a quick.
Because what's the point then?
Well, yeah, exactly. Just have a piece of bread. At that point, just have a piece of bread. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, it's like maybe it's like pancakey in texture. I don't know, pancakey, French toasty in texture. To me, I don't know. With like a bit of a crisp on the outside, like an edge.
I don't know why words fail me of how to describe the texture.
It is, but it's cakey.
No, because when I think of cakey, I think like super moist and bouncy and like.
But it wasn't like yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think it's denser than what I would consider cakey. But it's.
We'll still finish these.
I mean, we will, but I think they will be in our freezer for quite some time. It's not like something where I'm like, you know, with like some of the pickles or whatever we had.
Those pickles, by the way, but we still got 2 jars of pickles.
Yeah, because they weren't the good ones.
No.
That's the problem. Like, we will eat them, but it will take time to go through that. And, I mean, unless I really want, like, a quick surge of sugar, I don't know if I would be gravitating towards heating that up and having them.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why.
If you are unfamiliar, you can find us in all of these places. We have a website. This is Kara Compares. If you're looking for gaming content, there's me. Notice that this says TikTok right down here. Depending on when this airs, that may or may not exist in the U.S. I don't know what's going to happen with all that, but whatever. So if you're ever looking for stuff like that, you know, maybe it's there, maybe it's not. Maybe in the future I'll have to fix that edit again. But you can always find us on Shorts, Instagram, that kind of thing. Do you have anything else to add?
No.
I am Rob.
And I'm Katie, and we hope to see you next time. Take care.
Bye-bye.